Hey, just gotta skip up fangirl Holly over here, and today is my 300th day with Stray Kids! I didn't actually realize it was my 300th day until like a couple days ago. I was like, oh, I never even like, I think I'd seen someone talking about like, oh yeah, my 300th day is coming up, and I was like, oh, I wonder how many days it's been for me, and then it was like 298, and I was like, oh. I just wanted to come on and say hi. So like, thanks Stray Kids. So obviously over time with Stray Kids, like in the very beginning, I obviously like, you know, was just kind of like slowly getting into them and stuff like this, but like from ages before that, I kept listening to like Elevator and all their other songs. Like I would listen to them like quite a lot. Like I would listen to their title tracks. Like I didn't really go into like their albums and stuff, but I would listen to their title tracks a lot, like, you know, like Get Cool, My Pace and all that sort of stuff. But Elevator was like my thing. I would listen to it and be like, oh yeah, like I really need to get into Stray Kids at some point, like I need to, you know, like fully process the beauty, because like I heard so much about them prior to like, you know, getting into them, because it was like with Jin Young being Hyunjin's idol, obviously like I saw a lot of like their interactions in like the pre-debut show, and then with Sungmin being the My Day president, of course, and then Chan being Bam Bam's best friend. Like I just, you know, like I was obviously, I'm a really big JYP fan, like, you know, I'm a fan of all those groups, so obviously I saw a lot of Stray Kids beforehand. So like, and everyone was obviously like, oh yeah, like, yeah, like there's this guy called Chris and all that sort of stuff coming out and everything, so I was like, hello. So yeah, it's always, I always saw so much about them, but I never, you know, looked into them. Like I tried so many times. Like I actually had an idea for my YouTube channel to do like a series of me getting into Stray Kids. Like I saw this one video that I kept going back to of Get to Know Stray Kids, and I was like, oh yeah, like I need to watch that and then try to get to know them, and I could do a series on YouTube sort of thing, which I wish I did, because that would have been really cool if you saw it from the very beginning to like my current Ultimate Bias group thing. Like that would have been so cool to see, I think, but obviously I just didn't do it. But I tried so many times to get into them, but then obviously I kept like not going back. Like it was terrible, but I kept saying to myself, I was like, yeah, I need to get to know like Hyunjin, I need to get to know Felix and all this sort of stuff, but I never got into them properly until Miro came out. Because I had seen everyone was like, oh my god, Stray Kids just downloaded TikTok, and I was like, what? So I downloaded it, even though again I still didn't like know them yet. I was just like, sure. And then they were I saw, like I went onto their page and they were like, oh yeah, like the Miro challenge, which is obviously that bit. So I was like, oh okay, like I'll look into that. And then I also with that I was like, okay, like let me like learn the dance, you know, like why not? And then so I looked into the song and I really liked the song, so I was like, oh that's cool, like I'm good. So, you know, that's when I got like, you know, like fully into just wanting to get into them and stuff like this, and obviously learning Miro, I was like, oh yeah, like let's just go. So yeah, so then I obviously went to learn them, and this was on April 1st. So I, you know, started learning and started learning Miro, and I started watching like other videos this time, like not just the same video over and over again. I found this one video, it was like Chan and Felix being like, you know, like being like a mess or something like that, like it was you know, like the Aussie line, and I was like, I love this. And I just remember watching a couple of their TikToks and I was just like, man, like I feel like I recognize this one. And I used to think Chan was Hyunjin, just for like a split second, but I already knew who Felix was. I was like, because I saw a bunch of Tumblr posts being like, so whose idea was it to get TikTok, and everyone was like, Felix! So, which I still wonder whose idea it was. It probably was Felix, let's be real, but so like in the very beginning I thought for a split second that Chan was Hyunjin, but I realised later on that obviously Hyunjin was that Chan was Chan, you know, like my brain. Okay, but yeah, it's from the very beginning to now there has been so much happen. Like I just can't believe from like that split thing of just like, oh yeah, like I really want to learn the Miro dance and then I can participate into this thing, and was like, oh yeah, like I'll pick Chan because I knew him by this point. I was like, oh, I'll pick Chan for like my for the like person I follow because he was like more center a lot of the time, so I could like follow him a bit easier and stuff. And then from that point on, like going through like picking a bias and all that sort of stuff, it was like, but from, you know, picking a bias, I tried to, you know, go through to getting to know every member first before picking a favourite, but that didn't work out because Chan kept coming for my brain, so I don't know why for my brain, but sure. But yeah, it's been a long 300 days. I'm tired. But yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, like a lot can happen with a group. Like, you know, like when you start really liking a group, like, you know, you could change them to be your favorite group or whatever, but like in the span of 300 days, so much has happened in that time. Like, cause I mean, I went to see them in concert, I think it was 3 months after I got into Stray Kids, and like by like, what was it, like a month, they were already one of my favorite groups. Like it was you know, like they were already like getting up, you know, like top there, you know, but and then it was like 3 months after I got into them, I got to see them in concert and I got to meet them afterwards too, so it was like damn lucky because like you know, like I got into them like I feel like on the right time because obviously like their concert was coming up. Obviously we didn't know, but like it was like right there, so like I just got into them in like the perfect time. Yeah, like I really liked Stray Kids by that point, but like I don't know how I would be if I got to like high touch them or whatever again. Like that would be a mess. But with Stray Kids, I got to like do that so early on, and I think that's so cool. Like obviously it's just, you know, with K-pop being more popular and stuff now, but yeah, it's I'm happy I got to see them and like meet them and stuff like so close. Like so close to like when I started liking them and stuff. But it's, and then after that was obviously with my like signed album and stuff, like it was the one I got from After School Club, and like obviously that's never happened to me before. Like it's like I've sent stuff into ASC, I've done like so much stuff with ASC, but it was the first time I've ever actually like won anything, so it was like, oh, okay. I've just been very blessed with Stray Kids like this time. Like it's they've just given me a lot in the little amount of time that I've known them, and it's like it's just really weird to me like how much has actually happened. But going off all of that stuff, I just want to be like, hey, Stray Kids. So I just want to be like, yeah, I'm so awkward, oh my god. But so thanks my boys. Obviously from, it is kind of cool in a way because I did one of my first videos like a week after I got into Stray Kids. There's a little JYP group of 9 boys and they're called Stray Kids, right? They released a new video and I just got into them properly last week. Obviously you can see it so early on, like it's my reaction to 19. You have that video of me just like, oh, like my boys, you know, like it's crazy with how early, I'm glad I caught it so early on with how when I started liking Stray Kids. But yeah, it's been a long time, you know, it's been 300 days. But so thank you Stray Kids for everything you have done. I just want to say like happy 300 days. I know you'll be like, Okay. But just thank you for everything. You have brought me nothing but joy. I mean, like over this past time, like you've really been like my like emotional support group recently. Like it's, you know, like over these past 300 days, it's you've really given me strength to go through so many things. Like I lost a lot of people last year. Like I had so many struggles with like just going through different, like I was just going through so much stuff last year, and I didn't really like I just felt like I didn't really have a lot of people around me to support me a lot of the time. And obviously like you came in to my life last year, and it just, you know, you were like, yeah, you can do it, yeah. But yeah, you came into my life when I needed someone the most. Like it was, yeah, last year was not a great year. I mean, obviously like so much stuff happened. I mean, even with you guys too, like it was, you know, 2019 wasn't the best year ever. Like I don't think a lot of people had a good 2019. I mean, obviously I can't speak for like everyone in the world, but like I know a lot of K-pop fans didn't have a lot of good 2019 K-pop wise, but it's been a good time knowing you, and I just wanna thank you guys for everything. Just thank you for being my rock. But you've just always been the group I can kind of fall back on sometimes. Like if I just need to cool back, I just need to fall back and just let myself calm down about stuff. Like you've just always been my boys. Like I watch your, you know, your past V lives and stuff like this, and I watch like Sumin and like Felix doing like all their shenanigans in the kitchen and stuff like this, like, you know, and then like you see like, I don't know, just all this other stuff, like, you know, like you see all their different lives. Like I love watching every member's lives and stuff, like, you know, like Changbin's solo lives or Hyunjin's solo lives and stuff like this. I just really love you guys. And then obviously with Mr. Christopher. So obviously in my videos a lot, when I'm doing reactions and stuff, I feel like a lot of people will actually think I don't like Chan, but like I just have a thing with telling my like favorites to go away. Like it's like I'm just like, oh my god, go away, you're offending me. But like I feel like sometimes I do it a bit too like much, and I really don't mean to, but like I'll try to tone it down, you know. But in reality, oh my god, I better not get emotional. In reality, Chan has helped me like so much these past couple months. Like when I, because Channy's Room was the first V Live I ever watched of Stray Kids. Like it was the first live one, and it was the first V Live I think I watched Finding Stray Kids, but I hadn't watched Channy's Room yet. I'm not sure, I can't remember the order, but I think Channy's Room was the first live I ever watched. I'd seen notifications come up, but Channy's Room was the first one I watched, and it was the episode 15. And I now have like a kind of special connection, I guess, to Fix You by Coldplay, because that was the song he was like talking, like why that was the song playing while he was talking, being like, oh yeah, like if you guys ever need someone, like we're here, you know.
You know, whenever you guys are having a hard time, feel depressed, or you know, you've got a lot on your mind, just want to say that, you know, it's always okay to come to us, come to me, come to Stray Kids, you know, and tell us how you feel, tell us what you're feeling, because, you know, we have ears to listen to. We will listen to you guys, and no matter what, we will try to, you know, help out with what you're going through, because I think that's one thing that Stray Kids, everyone can agree on. We will always try to fix you guys.
And as I said, like I felt like I didn't have a lot of people to kind of support me, I guess. Like I just didn't have that many people to, you know, like hold on to, and like, you know, like if I needed help from someone, I didn't really have anyone. And when Chan said that, like obviously this was like 2 weeks after I got into Stray Kids, I was like but you know, like he's been a very big part of my support and stuff. Like if I ever like, because you know, if I had a really bad day or whatever, or a really bad week, like Chinese room every week really pushed me forward every day. Because like it would be like, if I had a really bad day, I would just be like, it's just like one more day until Chinese room, like sort of thing. Like it was just like, Chan has always been my support person for the past like almost a year. It's he's just done a lot for me the past while. Like it's crazy to me that I've known him for such a short time, yet he has helped me like so much. Like I think a lot of people can relate with Chan though. Like it's like Chan is just a very supportive person, you know. Like he always, you know, he does these lives to help people, and he's obviously just started them again because he was like, yeah, like I really wanted to do it again for like another like year, but like I couldn't, and I missed a couple weeks already and stuff. But I'm just like, Chan, lie down, okay? But yeah, it's just crazy to me that I've known him for such a short time, and like he's done so much for me, and it's like, wow, okay. But I just wanted to say, like, if Chan has ever actually seen any of my videos and he's seeing this one right now, I don't hate you. It's just, you know, that's just me being playful. But just thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for everything Stray Kids has done. Just Christopher. Just Chan, thank you for being the person I've needed the most these past couple months. Like, because Chinese Room has always felt not like an idol to a fan, it felt like a friend to a friend sort of thing. And I don't know, because people might be like, oh, that's delusional or whatever, but like when you're in a state of like you need someone there, you know, it just works that way. Like your brain's just like but like I think Chan would rather that too. Like he's like, oh, I don't want it to be like, I mean, he said before, like he said he wants his music and stuff to be like it's a friend you can put your head on their shoulder sort of thing. Like it's something you can fall back on, and like, you know, if you need it, they're there sort of thing. Like I think Chan, you know, has that in mind. But yes, so hi. But I love you guys. This is a terrible video, I am sorry. I'm so tired. I'm like exhausted. But I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done. I know some of you guys, especially you Chan, you don't know how much you help people. Like I know you underestimate yourselves a lot because you're just like, oh, like I didn't know like there was gonna be this many people coming, like stuff like this. Like you definitely underestimate yourself a lot. Like it's you do so much, and I feel like you sometimes don't realize you do. Like it's like you help so many people, like so many stays and stuff, and you just, you know, you've done so much for me even in this short amount of time that I've known you, and like for everyone else. Like I've met so many stays that have been like saved by you guys and stuff, so just thank you for all that. Thank you for saving all those people, and just thank you for absolutely everything that you guys have done. I hope to grow old with you guys. But I hope to support you guys for a long time. Here's to 2020. Hope you guys, I know you're flying to America right now for your concerts and stuff, so hopefully you guys have a good time. Hopefully you guys have a good flight and all that, or had a good flight and all this sort of stuff. But thank you for everything, and yeah. I look so tired right now. I'm just like, hi. But yes, thank you, and I hope to see you guys soon. Hopefully with High Touch again, or like a fan meet or whatever, you know, like throwing that out there. Okay, but like hopefully I get to see you guys soon in concert. Like hopefully I get tickets for May 17th, but hopefully all that works out, and hopefully I get to see you guys again soon, cause I miss you guys, so cheesy. Okay, but yes, so hope to see you guys. Bye.